This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to share with you the new In Full Bloom roulette system from one of my subscribers, Mr. Bloom. And we're going to put his system up today against System 9 Roulette, and we're going to see which one of these systems can make the most money in 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and start with System 9 first, which is a really good roulette system, and I can't wait to share that with you, and In Full Bloom. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with black for $10 with System 9 Roulette. The timer set for 15 minutes, and here we go. That's a 31 black. Okay, and that's a win. And with this, we're going to always bet on the opposite color. So now we're going to go to red for 10. You can see we're up 10, and let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. That is a 34 red. Okay, that's a win. So now we're going to bet on black for 10. So we're making money off of the chop, which is the back and forth. And I'm going to show you how we can keep from losing money when it's not choppy. And but right now we're getting some wins, so let's just keep it up and keep switching colors. We're up 30, so let's switch to red here. And here we go. Okay, so we have a loss. So what we're going to do now is, since there's 2 in a row of a color, we're going to spin without betting until that color streak ends. What this is going to do is eliminate the possibility of losing on streaks with color runs. And if you hit a 0, it's the same thing as a color run. So you just keep spinning and don't bet until that color run ends. And it continues on, so we do not bet. So let's spin again. So we're making money off the back and forth, and the opposite of back and forth, which is the way to lose, is to have a color run. We're not losing money. So you can see now we haven't lost money on any of these, this black color streak, and it's continuing to go on right now. And look how many there is there. We would have lost all of these bets, but we're not going to. And then once the color streak ends, like it just did right there, we're going to bet on the opposite color, which is black, and we're going to go from 10 to 20. All right, let's go ahead and spin now. We're betting on the chop, which is the opposite. And there's a win with 24 black. So if you win, you go back to $10. But we're always on the opposite, which will be red now. We're up 40. So we're making money off the chop. And then the opposite of chop, which is the way to lose, we're eliminating by not betting. There's another win. We'll go to black now for 10. We're up 50, and let's go ahead and spin. We're 2.5 minutes in out of 15 with System 9 Roulette. And here we go. That's a 16 red. That is a loss. So another color streak started. This is a red color streak. So guess what? We're not going to bet until the red color streak ends. We're going to make sure we don't lose on that color streak. And it just ended. So now it's time to bet again. We were at 10. Now we're going to go to 20. And we're going to be on red, which is, we always bet on the opposite color of what just hit. Okay, so that's a loss, 2 black. That means a new color streak started. So before we place a $40 bet, we're going to spin without betting. We're going to make sure this black color streak ends. So let's do that. And it did not. It continued on. So we're saving money by not betting right now. And let's see if we can get a win here. I'm sorry, not a win, but get the color streak to end. And it has not ended, so we're saving tons of money by not betting. Again, we're winning money off the chop, and we're trying to not lose money when it hits the same color over and over. But now it's time to bet again. So now we need to go to black, though, for 40. The last bet you could see was 20. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. It's time to bet again. And that's a loss. That's a 0. So if you hit 0 with System 9 Roulette, you stay on the same color. And what you do is you basically sit out. Before you place that bet, you see the green as the same color that you don't want. And if that, you wait till that ends. So right now we have a 0 and a black 29. So it's time to bet again. We're going to be betting on red. You can see the last bet was 40 on black. So now we're going to be 80 on red. All right, here we go. So we don't have a color streak right now. And we lost that one. That's a black 11. So now before we place a 160 bet, we're going to sit out and we're going to make sure that this black color streak ends. So let's do that. It has not, so this is saving us money right now. Let's go ahead and spin again. And we're going to take advantage of not losing on this color streak. Okay, it's time to bet again. Now we're going to bet on black. And remember, we were at 80 on red. Now we're going to be 160 on black. All right, let's go ahead and spin here. This is a $1,300 bankroll system, and that's a 13 black. We got the win. So now we restart and bet on opposite, which would be red for 10. We're up 60. Let's go ahead and spin here. We're 5 minutes and 15 seconds in out of 15 with System 9 Roulette. And here we go. That's 11 black. That is a loss. So a new color streak started. That means we don't bet until the new black color streak ends. So we have 2 in a row black numbers right now. And that's saving us money right now by not betting, because we just hit another black number. And we're making money off the chop with this system, and we're trying to reduce losing with color streaks. So that's the goal. And the color streak ended. So now you can see we had 10 on red. We're going to be betting 20 on black now that the color streak ended. And we're almost 6 minutes in out of 15 with System 9 Roulette. That is a 34 red, and a new color streak started. So guess what that means? Before we place our $40 bet, we're going to make sure this red color streak ends. So let's do that now. It has not ended though, so this is saving us money by not betting. And there could be 20 of these in a row. It wouldn't hurt us any. Okay, it's time to bet again. Okay, so you can see the previous bet was 20 on black. Now we're going to be red for 40. We're going to double that bet, and it's time to spin again. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a win on red. And we did. That's a 30 red. That's what we want to see. Okay, so now we're up 70, and we're back to the chop. And occasionally it'll go red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black. We'll just make lots of money off that chop. And that's an 8 black there. Now we'll go to red for 10. Try to make as much as we can off the chop, and then reduce losses on when we have color streaks. That's a win, so we go to black for 10. We're currently up 90. Let's go ahead and spin here. And here we go. We're 7 minutes in out of 15 with System 9 Roulette. That's a 1 red. That's a loss. That means a new color streak started. This time it's red. We're not going to bet until this red color streak ends. So here we go. That's a 4 black. And it ended. So it's time to bet again. You can see we had 10 on black. Now we're going to have 20 on red. When it's time to bet again, you double the bet. It's a $1,300 bankroll system. You could also play this with $130 bankroll for in dollar units, and that will work too. We just started a new color streak, which is black. So before we place our next bet, we're going to spin without betting until the black color streak ends. And that's a 34 red. The black color streak ended. We always bet opposites. You can see the previous bet was on red for 20. That means our next bet's going to be 40, and it'll be on black because you always bet opposite. And here we go. Okay, that's a 10 black. And we got the win. So now we bet red for 10. We reset when we get a win. We're up $100. And let's go ahead and spin. So again, the idea is to make money off the chop, not lose money on color streaks. And that's a 2 black. That's a loss. That means there's a new color streak that started, and it's black. So we spin and make sure this black color streak ends before we bet again. Here we go. That's a 0, so that continues the black color streak because it would be a number that we would not win on. And here we go. We're 8 minutes, 42 seconds in out of 15. That's a 19 red with System 9 Roulette. And the color streak ended. It's time to bet on black. And you can see before we had a $10 bet on red. Now it'll be 20 on black. Always betting opposite color. Here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a 00. That's not a win there. So we're going to sit out and spin now before we place our next bet. We're going to make sure we don't have a color streak. So the 0 is the same as the color before, which is red. So the color streak just ended. And now we have a black number, so we bet red. And you can see before we had a $20 bet on black. Now it's going to be 40 on red. And always making money off the chop. We're not losing on the color streaks. That's a 34 red. That is a win. We're up 110, and now we bet black for 10, and we make as much off the chop as we can till a new color streak starts. We're almost 10 minutes in out of 15, and that's a 35 black. Fantastic. So let's switch back to red for 10. We're up 120. Let's see if we can make some money off the chop here. That's a 27 red. That's a win. So we switch back to black for 10. We're currently up $130, and let's see if we can continue this chop, which is the back and forth, and that's a 12 red. But a new color streak started, which is red this time. So we're going to sit out until this red color streak ends. Let's see what we get here. And it continues on. So this is saving us money by not betting. And here we go. Let's see if it continues on or if it ends. It continues on. So this is saving us money by not betting, because again, with this system 9, we're making money off the chop, not on a color streak. And it continues on. So it's saving us tons of money. If we were not sitting out, we would be losing all of these bets. And that's pretty cool. And you can see it continues on. This is crazy. Okay, so let's just keep spending. We're not losing a single thing. And that's a 15 black. It finally ended. So remember before, our last bet before was on black for 10. We doubled that to 20 and moved to red because we bet opposite. And here we go. We're 11 minutes, 13 seconds in out of 15. That's a 32 red. And that's a win. So now we go back to black for 10. We reset. We're up 140. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 21 red. That is a loss. So now we have a new red color streak. We have to wait for that to end. Let's see if it ends here. It did not. So this is saving us money. This is good. We're just going to keep spending, and we're not going to bet until this red color streak ends, because the color streaks are the only way for us to really lose consecutively. And that's a 26 black. The color streak ended. So you can see the last bet was on black for 10. Now we're going to red for 20, doubling the bet on losses. And let's see if we can get a win here on red. That's a 13 black. Okay, and that is a loss. That means a new color streak started. So let's spin without betting until that black color streak ends. And here we go. That's a 17 black. Okay, it continues on. So this is saving us money by not betting. Let's continue this and see what happens next. I think the color streak just ended. It did. And we're going to look at our previous bet, which was red for 20. That means we're going to go to 40, and we'll be on black, which is the opposite. All the bets that get placed are on the opposite color. That's a 3 red, and that means a new color streak started, and we lost. So before we place an $80 bet, we're going to sit out and make sure the red color streak ends. And that's a 20 black. It did end, so you can see now the previous bet was 40 on black. Now it's going to be 80 on red. All right, here we go. $80 on red. Let's get a win. We got a loss, though. That's a 35 black, so a new color streak started. And before we place our 160 bet, we have to make sure this black color streak ends. So let's do that. But that's a 15 black there, so we cannot bet again until this black color streak ends. And this is saving us, again, a lot of money, because we would be losing on all these color streaks, but we're not because we're sitting out. So let's see what we get here. I think the streak just ended. So we bet black now, and you can see previously our last bet was 80 on red. We're going to be on black for 160. We'll have 3 more chances to get the win. Let's see if we can get a win here. That's a 36 red, and that's a loss. So a new color streak started. Before we place a 320 bet, we're going to make sure this color streak ends, and here we go. All right, that's 11 black. The streak ended, so that means our 160 bet goes to 360, and we go from black to red. All right, 360 on red. Let's get the win. on red numbers. All right, we got it. And even if we had lost that one, we would have had another chance to win after that. We're up 190, and we'll be on black for 10.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. We're 14 minutes, 36 seconds in out of 15 with system 9. And that's a 23 red. That's a loss, so we spin without betting. And we wait for this color streak to end here, and here we go. That's a 36 red. Okay, it continues on. So here we go again. That is a 19 red, and we just ran out of time. So our timer's up for System 9 Roulette. We made $180 profit in 15 minutes, and hope you really enjoyed System 9 Roulette. And excuse me. And now, though, it is time for the new roulette system of the day. Let's see if it can make more than $180 profit in the next 15 minutes. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the new In Full Bloom roulette system from one of my subscribers, Mr. Bloom, and he says you're going to absolutely love this one. Let's go ahead and place a $20 bet on red to start. And not black. There we go, 20 on red. Let's spin. And I'm going to show you everything you need to know to make money like he's doing in the casino. And there's a win, 21 red. And when you get a win, you increase by 20. So now we're going to be at 40 on red. And let's spin. That's another win, 12 red. All right. Okay, so we're going to increase again. Now we're going to have 60 on red. Here we go. Another win. All right. Okay, so now we're going to increase again. Now we'll have 80.
No more bets.
$80 on red. Okay, that's a 16 red. All right, so great start. We're already up $200. Now we're going to have a $100 bet on red.
No more bets.
Here we go. What a start. One red. All right, so but I want you to see how to deal with losses here coming up. We're up 300 though already. This is awesome. Now we're at 120 on red. Okay, we lost. Okay, so after you lose, you have to look and see if you're in profit, and we are. So we reset back to the original amount. However, if you're not in profit, that's going to be much different. So let's go ahead and go back to 20 on red again. Here we go. And that's a loss. So when we have losses, we're going to keep the bet the same. So we're going to keep it at 20 on red. Here we go. Okay, we got it. So now what we're going to try to do is establish new session profit. And we're going to go from 20 to 40 on red.
No more bets.
Here we go. And that's a loss, okay? So you can see we were up over 180 there for a moment. We had a loss, so we're going to keep the bet the same.
No more bets.
And we're going to increase by 20 after wins. Okay, we got the win. Okay, so we're up to 180. Let's go ahead and increase that and spin. And I think one thing I should have done on that first one there is when you get in a good profit, you restart. So let's go ahead and we're in new session profit at 240. So let's go back to the original $20 bet. Okay, I want to make sure I include that as part of what he put in here. That's a 27 red. Okay, so we won. We're going to go from 20 to 40. And here we go. We're 3 minutes, 10 seconds in. That's a 25 red. Okay, so we're definitely in new session profit at 300. Let's go back to 20.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. It's a 35 black. Okay, so we need to remember that we were up 300. Keep that in mind. And let's spin again here. We're going to keep the bet the same. I want you guys to know how to deal with adversity with this system as well, not just winning. So there's a win there. Okay, we're not in new session profit, so we increased by 20. We have a $40 bet on red now. And we're 4 minutes in out of 15. Okay, that's a 31 black. That's a loss, and don't forget we were up 300, so we're going to keep the bet the same. We're up 260 right now. Here we go. That's a 7 red. Let's check our balance and see if we're above 300. We are not, so we need to increase from 40 to 60 after wins. You always go up 20 after wins if you need to get new session profit. That's a 9 red. Okay, that's a $60 win. We are in new session profit at 360 now. So let's actually restart at 20 on red now. That's a very important part of this. I think on that first few bets, I went a little bit too far with that, but that's okay. We're learning this as we go here. And that is a $20 win on red. That's actually new session profit already, so we can stay at 20 on red.
No more bets.
So keep track of that session profit. That's a 26 black. Okay, so we want to look and see. We were up 380. So remember that. And since we lost, we're not going to increase. We're going to stay at 20. But remember, we were up 380. That's important. It's a 33 black. That's a loss, so we stay at 20. But remember, we were up 380. We drop back to 340 right now. That's a 10 black. That's a loss, so we stay at 20.
No more bets.
But remember, we were at 380. That's going to be important here coming up. Okay, we finally got a win, so we're going to increase. Okay, we're going to be at 40. We're up 340 right now. We were up 380. New profit would be 400. That's a 14 red. After wins, we're going to increase by 20. So we go from 40 to 60, and let's go ahead and spin. If we get this one, we'll be in new session profit. And we did, so that's a 12 red. Okay, we're up 440 now, so remember that, and we'll go back to 20 on red.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. Let's spin. And we're 6 minutes, 20 seconds in out of 15. That's a 29 black. That is a loss. So remember, we were up 440. And we're going to stay at 20. We're not going to increase. We're always betting on red. And here we go. This is In Full Bloom from Mr. Bloom. That's a 12 red. Okay, that's a $20 win there. So let's see. We're not in new session profit, so let's increase by 20.
No more bets.
All right, now we're at 40 on red. That's an 18 red, and I believe now we're in new session profit. And we're up 480, so remember that, and we'll be back to red on 20.
No more bets.
So if we drop back and get some losses, remember we were up 480. Okay, we got a win there. That's a 30 red. So that's a new session profit again at 500. So let's just stay at 20 on red. That's a loss. Remember, we were up 500 though. So that's a loss. That means we stay at 20.
No more bets.
We're 7.5 minutes in out of 15 with In Full Bloom by Mr. Bloom. That's a 2 black. Okay, another loss, but remember we were up 500. We're just going to keep repeating this $20 bet until we get a win. That's a 27 red. We got the win. So let's see where we're at. We're not in new session profit, so we increased by 20 from 20 to 40. Here we go. And we lost, so we keep the bet the same. We do not reset. We keep the bet the same. And we remember we were up 500, so we stay at this $40 bet level. Okay, that's a 1 red. Let's see where that puts us. Okay, so we're not at new session profits. That means we increase. So now we have a $60 bet on red. And we lost. Okay, so we're going to keep the bet the same at 60. And spin. Let's see what we get here, and then we'll check our balance. Okay, we got the win at 21 red. Let's see where that puts us. We're at 480. That's not session profit, so we increased by 20.
No more bets.
We have an $80 total bet on red now. And that's a loss. So we keep the bet at 80. So when you lose, you keep the bet the same. We're $100 less than what we were before. So remember that. We were at 500 profit. That's a 27 red. That's a win. So we go from 80 to 100. And we're up 480. Here we go. If we get a win here, we'll be in new session profit. But we lost. Okay, so we keep the bet the same. So we'll stay at that $100 level. You can see that temporarily dropped us back. We're not going to increase after losses, only wins when necessary. And that's another loss, 10 black. But I'm glad that you're going to get to see some adversity here and how to deal with it when you have bad losses. So let's see how it responds. Okay, that's a 36 red. So we won. We're not in session profit, so we increase from 1 to 120. Okay, we're up 380. And here we go. It's a 13 black. That's a loss, so we stay the same. We stay at 120 on red. Here we go. It's another loss, 35 black, so we stay there at 120. Here we go. Another loss, 2 black. That's not what we want, so let's stay right there. And if we lose this one for the first time in a while, we'll be down. But I wanted you guys to see the good and the bad with this. So let's see how we respond to this. That's a 19 red. That's a win. So since we're not in session profit, we increase by 20. So here's a 140 bet. And let's see what we get here. That's a win. So let's see if we're in session profit. I don't think we are. We are not. So let's increase by 20. We're at 160 total now. And we've been really patient and hoping that something good will happen. But now we just hit double zeros. So we keep the bet the same. It's like any other loss. We just rebet and spend. We're 11 minutes in out of 15. Oh my goodness, this is not good. It's never good back-to-back double zeros. Let's just rebet and spin again, then we'll check our balance again. But that was pretty painful there. Okay, we finally got a win, 25 red. So we're definitely not in session profit now, even though we'll check it. But we're going to go up by 20. We're up $120. This is a 180 total bet. And that's a loss, 22 black. So we keep the bet the same at 180. And for the first time in a while, we're down after all these losses. But we can come back quickly. Let's see if we can get some wins. Okay, that's a win with 34 red. So since we're not in session profit, we increase by 20. We're up, it's a $200 bet now, and let's go ahead and spin. Okay, we got another win, 23 red. So we are not in session profit, so we increase again. Now we're at 220. Let's see if we get another win here. Ooh, another zero. Man, lots of zeros today. Look at that. Double zero, zero. But let's keep the bet the same after that loss. Then we'll check our balance again. We're 12.5 minutes in out of 15. That's another loss, 29 black. Okay, so we're down now. So let's keep the bet the same and spin. We need to see some red numbers. Finally got a win, 30 red. We're definitely not in session profit, so we will increase. Okay, we're up 100. This is a 240 total bet. Let's see if we can get a win. Ooh, 10 black. That's not good. Okay, so we'll leave that bet the same at 240. And we're down a little bit here. It's a $2,000 bankroll, though. And we're 13 minutes in out of 15. Finally got another win, 30 red. And so since we're not in session profit, we will increase by 20. We're at 260 total now. Another loss. All we need is to string some wins together, but we're not getting them. So let's just rebet and spin. We're going to stay at 260. Okay, that's a win. 3 red. Okay, so we're up 100. We increased by 20 because we're not in session profit. This is a 280 total bet. Okay, we finally got a win there. That's a 21 red. Okay, so we're up 380. That's close enough to session profit. Then you go ahead and go back to 20. You don't have to get all the way back to session profit if you get in trouble. If you get up a good amount and you're close enough, then that's fine as well. But remember that when you have losses, you keep the bet the same. Just like we're at 20 right now, we're not increasing after losses. And we just got a win there. And now we increase. So it'll be 40 instead of 20. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Okay, we got a win there, 12 red. Okay, so that's a new session profit. We go back to 20.
No more bet.
Here we go. That's a win, 25 red. That's new session profit at 440. So we stay at 20. That's a 26 black. And we just ran out of time. So we ended up $420 up with this system, which is amazing for a positive progression system. The reason this one was able to come back is because most positive progression systems, which means systems that increase after wins, most of the time when once you get a win, once you have a loss, you always reset. But with this, it doesn't go all the way back to the beginning when you have a loss. It just stays the same. So it goes up when you win, but if you're not in session profit, when you lose, it stays the same. It doesn't go up or down, and that's what gives you a chance to come back when you get in trouble with this one. But very well done. Thank you for sending this one in, and that's a $420 profit win there. This was sent in by Mr. Bloom, and this is called Info Bloom. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this one, and test it out on Roulette Royale on Apple or Android. Let everybody in the community know in the comments what you guys think. That'll really help them out, and then they'll help you out by sharing their comments as well. So make sure to do that. That's what it's all about, and share that information with everyone and help them out. I love seeing it as well, and remember to send your systems in to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. There's a really good chance your system will get selected because there's a new one every single day of the week, 365 days of the year at 7 a.m. Central Time. So remember that and send those systems in. Again, that's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And I love seeing them every day. Keep sending them in. And thank you, Mr. Bloom, for sending this one in. And hope you really enjoyed both the systems today. They both did really well. And this is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.